Fucking, I'm crossing the line today. Man, alright, let's get into it, yo. Look, check it out. Man, I'm popping my shit with a capital P. Alright, guys, we're gonna get right into it. Real talk. So that music, that song I was just listening to, that is a smacker. That is a smacker doodle. Let me tell you why. Go right here. All right, so if you go to my playlist, it's like the first song on there, and it's Time Today. Like I said, I just looked at my watch, just looked at my wrist, and I see I got nothing but time. So I'm giving that time to you, and you know what? I'm crossing the line today. This is definitely going to be some really good stuff in regards to what's going on in Texas. Now, again, I told you guys before, I don't really watch the news. I don't get into the news for a bunch of different reasons. I don't like to just be fed anything. I like to do my research on it. And now I'm trying to catch my breath. Sorry, guys. Damn. I need to start exercising. All right, so I love the dance, so I'm telling you that song. So if you go to my playlist, just go to the playlist, hit that song, tell me that does not smack harder than your dad's belt. And then after that, then start listening to the songs right after. I mean, Rihanna just brings you right back down to reality with Stay. Again, this is in regards to Texas. This morning I started reading and doing a little research on what was going on over there. And man, like, I got angry. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I got angry, I got upset. I reached out to a good friend of mine out there, actually family, and he gave me a lot of good insight about really what's going on over there. Besides the research that I was able to do, he gave me some really good information that I just want to share with everybody, because when I was reading the comments about what was going on over there and how no one's helping Texas, and for those of you that don't know, Texas is in a huge state of crisis right now. They have no water, they have no shelter, they have food is scarce, gas is scarce, they've got no electricity. It's worse than what we're seeing. It's a lot worse. You know, I didn't even know that minimum wage over there but it is $7.25. That's horseshit. In my opinion, that's a bunch of horseshit. Texans work their ass off. I mean, when I think of individuals in Texas, I think of them as they don't mess around. You don't mess with Texans. Like, Texans, they don't play. They're as tough as they come, because they know what it is about hard work, day in and day out. I mean, need I say more? But again, let me get into some stuff. And when I start looking around here on my notes, again, I like to do my research, make sure that I'm not just talking shit or just saying what I believe or what I feel, but rather what is the truth. And I challenge you, take this research, do your research on it. Then you can come back and say, hey, you weren't wrong. And I'm not looking for that. I just want people to be aware and to be more educated of what's not just happening there, but there's so much more that I'm doing research on. And let me just give you some insight. So right now, Texas is, again, without water. There's lines that are people are lining up for water, lining up just to get water. Okay, there's plumbers out there trying to fix lines, busted lines. There's electricians trying to fix power, trying to get things running right, and everyone's struggling. Everyone's there's a lot of uncertainty, right? But you know what? Tough people last longer than tough times. I always say that, right? Just keep your faith, and everything will be all right. Everything will be okay. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that. Not just because I say that, but you have to believe that. You have to find it within your heart to believe that. You have to find your motivation. At the end of the day, my motivation is my family. When I wake up, I say, all right, What do we got to do? The early bird gets the worm, right? Like my buddy Marco always says. He always has a good saying too. It's another beautiful day in paradise. You know what that means to me? That, man, he's thankful for what he has. He doesn't pay attention to what he doesn't. And I learned a lot from Marco. So Marco, thank you for all the education and the things that I was able to learn from you and the things that I still learn from you. Your heart is in the right place and your intentions are always good. So Marco, thank you, man. Like, thank you for your friendship. I really appreciate you. But again, guys, back on Texas. With Texas, as I was reading, I really seen some things that really angered me and it really upset me. I don't live in Texas, but it doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to have my heart. It doesn't mean I don't wear it on my sleeve. It doesn't mean I'm not allowed to feel for people over there and just want to do something. And then it just makes me sick to my stomach when I see all this wealth and all this greed and people capitalizing on people suffering. And that is horseshit. That is a bunch of horseshit. And I'll tell you why. You do your research. Take this research, do it, and then when you do the research, you'll be like, damn. And before I get into this research and this company and what's going on, what I was able to do research on, I just want to say one thing. Again, I think very highly of Texas and Texans and the Cowboy fans. I mean, guys, there's a lot of greats. I love football. I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan, a big, huge Peyton Manning fan. I know, guys, it has nothing to do with what team. Look, we all have our team, right? Just like we have our own opinion. We all have our own heart. It's fine. Nothing against it. I actually, there's a lot of my favorite players that come from, Roger Staubach. Troy Aikman, Michael Irving. Emmitt Smith. Tony Dorsett. There's so many. Like, I could just keep going on. And then what happened to Dak Prescott when he got hurt, and it was very gruesome. It was hard to watch. I prayed for that man. That man went through a lot, and because he did, I felt for him. And instead of just giving him the contract, in my opinion, I felt like he was just taunted with a piece of cheese. Like, here, just keep doing more for me. And then when I feel you've earned this cheese, that's in my opinion how I look at it. Okay. Now, nothing against the team, nothing against Dak. I have friends and family who are Cowboy fans, and we give each other shit all the time. But listen. I did a little research, and when I found this research, this pissed me off because I look at comments, I look at all kinds of stuff. All right. So this research really bothered me. All right. Listen. Okay. So there is a company, and I'm going to go ahead and give you this company name, but I don't want to mispronounce it. I don't want to mess up. Actually, I got it because, yeah, I got it. Fuck Comstock. Fuck Comstock. Comstock, you are taking from your people. You are taking from the people. You guys go look it up. Comstock. Comstock is not just taking from the people, but they're bragging about it. Look it up for yourself. Just go do the research and look it up for yourself, and you'll see that's some horseshit. They want to laugh. They don't want to help, which is why, like I said, I have nothing against Cowboy fans. But how is Jerry Jones going to sit there and not help his community? There's a lot of Cowboy fans out there that are already helping their communities because why? They know where they came from. They know what it means. They know what hard work means, right? So you have Jerry Jones that's refusing to help. You know what he wants? He wants a fucking championship. It's all he cares about. He said it himself. He said it. I've seen a video clip. He said, you don't want to know the check I would write to win a Super Bowl. His words. Not mine, his words, and it's on video. That's the best part. So, that's about, like I said, people like to see it. Seeing is believing. So everything I like to bring to you guys, I challenge you. Go do the research on it. Come back and be like, hey, you were wrong. You're stupid. You wasted my time. Hey, that's fine. Go on, get. You don't gotta be here. But listen, with what I'm telling you, it angers me because I see so many people suffering, families, children. It's not just, and you know what, the news, that's why I don't watch the news, because the news doesn't show the people that are suffering. The news doesn't show the kids that are hungry and they have to use a campfire to eat. Like, that's horseshit. You know, there should be a lot more being done over there instead of we're working on it. That's bullshit. Because you know, if Trump wasn't over there, it wouldn't be like that, in my opinion. So, again, listen and do your research on these people. All right, MJ Allison, this 63-year-old geezer, and Roland Burns, this 59-year-old geezer, they want to laugh. They want to laugh and say how they're making a profit because of what's going on with the crisis. Do your research. They are basic. His exact words, I believe, were, "We hit the jackpot, guys. We hit the jackpot." So we hit the jackpot. So you're saying at the expense of others suffering, you hit the jackpot? Yeah, you know what? Your heart's not in the right place and your intentions are not good. And you know what? People will see. People will see. And you know what people that have good hearts have in common? You know what we all have in common? That is that we want to see change, positive change. We're tired of the fighting and the arguing and all this, and we're tired of it. I'm tired of it. To me, it's like, man, you know what? I got to get on and just be one person, just one person. But, oh well, it just shows where my heart's at. Where when I leave, whenever my time is to go, that the mark that I left behind was the mark that, hey, he cared, he gave back to his community, he was a good father to his children, he was a good boyfriend, he did everything, right? So in having that, I want to be remembered not for the coolest car I had, for the amount of followers that I had. I don't want to be remembered for that. I want to be remembered for the person I was with people. Good morning, how's it going? The energy that I have, right? The passion that I have. You know, in the morning, sometimes I don't need coffee. I just wake up and I'm happy because I thank God. Hey, God, thank you for blessing me today. Thank you for allowing me to wake up. Now, again, this is just my belief. My belief. I'm not pushing anything on anybody, but when I sit here and watch Texas going through what it's going through and all the people suffering and no one's doing nothing about it, and Jerry has the power and the money to do something about it and he refuses, that's bullshit. Like, to me, he should be there for the fans more than anything. This is his state. If this was my state, if I had a football team and this is my state, you're fucking damn right my community is going to be fed. They're going to have necessities and they're going to be taken care of. And with what I have now, I already give back. I still have to figure out a situation with my car because the oil leaked everywhere. It's got almost 300,000 miles. But you know what? I'm not worried about that. I will figure that out along the way. I'm not going to let one thing fucking drag me down because what? It's life. Things happen. Instead of fighting with each other, why can't we just come together, figure this shit out, and do something? Start a movement. Everyone's all for themselves. Everyone's greedy. Everyone's selfish. It's either, in my opinion, it's either three people that this is my opinion. And this isn't to judge, this isn't to categorize, but to me, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I see givers, takers, and enablers. In my personal opinion, I try to give as much as I can with whatever I have. It doesn't matter. Everybody that knows me can contest to this. So when I see Texas going through what's going through, it's like I wish I can have more money to help over there. And I don't want it. I just want whoever sees this to just understand what Texas is actually going through and what Comstock is doing and the profits that they're making at the expense of the people in the state of Texas. That's fucked up. I'm sorry, you guys, but that's horseshit. So you know what? When I heard that, man, and then right after that I heard Time Today, Moneybag Yo, I put that on my playlist. That got me pumped up. It did. It just got me pumped up, and I was like, you know what? I looked at my watch today. I got nothing but time today. I'm crossing the line today. Because you know what? I'm not going to sit here. And I don't care if I don't live in Texas. I don't care. There's a lot of children that are in Texas and people, hardworking people, that deserve better than that. That's bullshit and that's horseshit. So you guys, I just wanted to leave you guys with that. I had to make a video with that. I'm I'm sorry, guys, it wasn't about stocks. We'll get into stocks another time. But right now, Texas needs everybody more than ever. And not just Texas. There's a lot more out there that I'm doing research on that I just want to be able to give back and help any way I can. Start this nonprofit organization where where money's just, it's not in my possession. It's for the world to see, and everybody just gives back. And I'll be the first. And we drive change. We all went through this pandemic and we lost somebody. I'm tired of suffering, guys. It's time to thrive. So with that, guys, thank you guys for your time, and take care.